So for the first question of what is my most important element of identity to me is that I'm an English speaker. Since I prefer to talk in English, I also want my dormmates to also converse to me in English since my second language is pretty poor compared to my English. So for my second question is which part of my identity will affect me and my dormmates the most is the fact that I'm a Taoist. So basically, since I'm a Taoist, I cannot eat beef, and my dormmates have different religions and beliefs which I also have to respect. So for the third question of what I really want to interact with my dormmates is I want to get to know them and be able to make friends with them, and also study with them since MST is next week. So for the fourth question is what of the problems that may occur when I interact with them is I feel that there won't be any problems since I'm a very open-minded person and I really want to get to know my dormmates.
For the first question, the identities which matters to me the most is my race. As a Chinese person, and since most of my roommates are also Chinese, I'm hoping to connect with them through having Chinese food, perhaps having mala with them on one of the nights. For the next question, the identity which will most impact my apartment group would be religion. As I'm a Muslim, I hope my flatmates will be understanding that I have to wake up at 4 a.m. And to have my breakfast before I fast during the whole day, and I hope they don't think that my alarm is disrupting their sleep. Next, I'm looking forward to having conversations with my flatmates and getting to know them and bond with them, as well as understand them during our stay, and hope we have a good time as well. Lastly, my concerns I have regarding interaction is me being very loud and also unintentionally insulting others when I speak. I tend to get very loud when I'm excited and also I don't think twice when I say and may unintentionally insult my flatmates, which is one of my concerns.
The element that matter the most to me is interest. As my interest is listening to music, it would be great to have my flatmates having the same music preference as me. This way, we will be able to listen to some music together and even share some new songs with one another. I think the identity that impact my apartment group the most would be religion. As I'm a free thinker and there are Buddhists and Muslims in my apartment, in mutual respect, I will tend to prevent myself from eating beef or pork in front of them. I'm looking forward to the stay in the apartment as I will be able to interact with people of different religion and belief. This would help me to know others better and even make friends with some of them. I think my concerns would be me and my flatmate being awkward around each other throughout the whole stay, as some of the people would tend to open up to others slower than the rest.
What matters to me the most is language, as we are all English speakers and we will converse with each other with English, and with that we can get to know each other more in depth. Religion will be very important and have the most impact here, as everyone is from a different religion, and for example, Mikhail is Muslim, so he will have to fast and it will be rude to eat in front of him. I look forward to interact with them as they are strangers before the stay, and hopefully by the end of the stay we'll be better friends. And lastly, I'm afraid that I will offend them with some of my jokes, because I may be a bit too harsh sometimes on my jokes, so I hope I will not be able to offend them after the stay.
I think my religion, being a free thinker, matters most to me, since my flatmates belong to different cultures that have different beliefs and values. Therefore, it's important for me to actually know in depth and learn about one another culture, so that I do not offend my group mates with my behavior or actions. Okay, so the second question is that I think my gender will have the most impact on my apartment group because we are all males. Since we belong to the same gender, I think it will be easier for us to communicate and bond together, as we may discover similarities such as same hobbies and similar lifestyles. So the third question is that I'm looking forward to knowing the hobbies of my flatmates as well as learning the lifestyles of them. Like for example, I'm interested to know what their daily routines at home are like and what do they do during their free time or pastime. So the last question is that as I'm pretty much reserved and shy, I feel that my problems interacting with my flatmates, since usually I'm not the one who starts or initiates the conversation. So in addition, it also takes a long time for me to get close or comfortable to someone.
It's the day 4 of our stay, so the identities that I realized that are different for me was that most of my dormmates have different religions, such as Ryan being a free thinker, Sebastian is a free thinker also. Mikhail was Muslim, he's fasting now and was fasting during the stay, and Enzi was Buddhist. So there was a conflict that happened to us on the 4th today when we were having dinner and breaking fast with Mikhail. So we went to eat mala at La Pula opposite TP, and we accidentally ordered beef, which caused a little conflict because me and Enzi can't eat beef. So in order to resolve the conflict, we just separated the beef slices from the chicken, so that me and Enzi ate chicken, and while the rest of them ate beef.
The element of identity which was most different from the others was music preference. I prefer rap and hip hop music, while my roommates Sebastian and Brian prefer K-pop music. So when I played my hip hop music, they didn't really like it. However, I was okay with their K-pop music. So there's a difference in identity. And the element of my identity which caused conflict with others was my religion. As I'm a Muslim, I cannot eat nor touch pork. So the other day, when we had mala as a group, I had to opt for beef instead of pork. And while my other roommates, Aloysius and Enzi are Buddhist, so they can't eat beef. So in the end, we compromised and ordered beef and chicken in our mala. So I took the beef, but the rest took the chicken. And lastly, I think my flatmates and I managed well. Although there was a bit of conflict, I managed to get to know my roommates Enzi, Sebastian, Aloysius, and Brian well, and we managed to bond during those 5 days.
The identity that was the most different from the rest is our interest in music. For me, I much prefer rap songs. So Sebastian is K-pop and Mikhail is like normal pop. So we have to compromise and listen to what we actually like throughout the night. A conflict that we have among us is I'm a Buddhist. Mikhail is Muslim. So on day 4, we went to La Pula to have mala, and one of them actually ordered beef on accident. So to what we managed to counter the mishap is actually removing the beef from the mala itself, so that I don't have to accidentally eat beef. Yeah.
I think the element that was the most different between me and my flatmates would be the choice of course that we study. As I was the only one who take top, I was not able to interact with them regarding studies, and I was not able to seek help from them regarding the topics that I do not understand. One element that caused conflict among members of my apartment group is that apparently we had mala together on Thursday, and one conflict that I think we had is the choice of ingredient. Since there was Enzi, who is a Buddhist, and Mikhail, who is a Muslim, we were not able to add beef and pork as one of the choices. When the food was served, there was beef in it, which we think was accidentally added in the ingredient list. We handled it by removing the beef and pass it to the free thinker in order not to waste food. And after that, we come to an agreement to always check before passing it to the counter to prevent something like this from happening again.
Today is the day 4 of our residential stay. So first question, the identity that was most different from my group members was religion, as most of us came from different religions. So I was free thinker, Enzi was Buddhist, Aloysius was Taoist, and Mikhail was Muslim. So which element actually of my identity actually caused a conflict was actually personality. So my personality is that I'm the type of person that prefers a quiet and relaxed environment. So during the group stay, my flatmate unintentionally blasted music loudly, which caused me to react in an unpleasant manner as the music was affecting me from resting and relaxing. So how did we actually manage this conflict? So I told him that the music was too loud, and he immediately lowered the music to the minimum volume. So he was very accommodating and understanding, as he knew that he was affecting me with the volume of the music that he blasted at. So he also apologized to me for the inconvenience caused. So thus we came to a compromise on the volume of the music that was suitable for both of us.
I personally feel that through this stay, right, I bonded equally with everyone. Okay, next.
So yeah, I enjoyed the stay, especially with my friends. But I would have enjoyed it more if MST was on next week.
Also, I felt that this stay was very valuable as I got to bond with everyone and make new friends as well.
I enjoyed this stay and this is a very unique experience for me.
Same for me as well. I really personally enjoyed the stay. I got to know all these people well. And like the best was having the mala together. Yeah.
Of course, yeah!
That's a highlight.
That was a highlight of our stay. Thank you!
Yeah,